capes for everybody in that?
Anyway.
And hats. Everybody wore hats all.
Now that's including
We have to do
musicians.
this.
That's
You have
everybody.
yours?
Yes, it's right
All right, we have to do it now.
Now what about,
Well, I can call him.
you want to do a negligee when she comes out?
No, let's have it as sort of a, well, it's not a negligee, it's more like a house dress. You know, half negligee, it's something she would wear on the house, but everybody would see her shoe. This is not.
Instead of putting people, let's put somebody
you put over the
answering.
negligee.
Mhm.
You know. And she can play that in the other scene in the first part. And then she changes.
What page you on there, too?
Yeah, why don't we say, instead of, hey, can't you hear me, why don't we say, hey?
Yeah, we had talked about that then.
Yeah, it might be repeating. Better to say it twice.
No, I want,
Where is
definitely.
everybody?
And the count,
I
sorry.
found a pretty peach dress that might have.
Somebody answer me.
So very light pale color.
That kind of, the house dress, rather than when she gets
Yeah,
dressed up.
take that out.
Then another dress where she-
Here,
It's
we
okay if the
say,
barber sees it,
hey,
that's not, you know.
where is
No,
everybody?
it's a dress, but it's not, but it's very
Somebody
delicate,
answer.
light,
That probably.
filmy, as opposed to being heavy.
Yeah, and then the other one will be more heavy.
A little
So-
heavy.
And then Barlow says, who is this
Okay.
ugly shoulder?
And then I can
Is
put
this
a,
younger?
I can
Wait a
put,
minute.
when she's out in the balcony, I can actually
Somebody.
put something
And
over
what's her
there,
name?
You could.
Who is
which
this
she then
ugly
could
soldier?
drop off. when
That's
she's in the
Barlow's
house,
line,
which
and
is
then he
still
says, who is this
Who's
drunker?
this
Those are
drunker?
fine.
Because she would probably wear something
Then
over
the
that.
count says,
Which
Is
is
that
hey,
to the
you
balcony.
out to the balcony?
damn you,
Yeah.
curses.
Especially everybody's in cape.
Or should we say curse you?
Visually, it would be.
Yeah, that'd be
high,
nice, yeah, that's nice, yeah.
We could also use a few coats on some of them,
And then Barlow steps.
What about
down.
ants?
on some of these musicians or people that are
All right.
going around. Yeah, not a
But
heavy coat.
you
but
see the
sort of a
word
long
in Italian
coat
is
that would
curses,
be over, so they wouldn't
maledizione,
just
but we'll say
blow the-
answer.
But it's
Okay.
not as funny.
Let's
I
say
think it
answer.
should be that they're outside.
Answer me.
It's night,
Yeah.
and they want to stay warm.
Again, he says, answer me. And then Barlow steps
Okay, we
forward
talked
and
about the
says,
count
what do you want,
matching the barber
soldier?
by the
And
hand.
he says, yes, I'm
Long
obliged,
hand.
sir.
Sort of
He
like,
starts saying, yes, I'm obliged,
Influenced
sir,
by
to
him.
tell you something. And Barlow says, what do you want? And he's
I like an
looking for something,
umbrella.
And everything else is fine.
Okay.
so it's
just that
outrageous. To me,
little-
Bartolo is a little bit over everything
Yeah.
extra, so I'd like an umbrella for him when he comes out and goes down the street. I'd like him to have an umbrella to protect himself from the sun. Okay. We didn't really specifically get down to Don Basilio, but I thought, we talked about a black overcape. Well, I sort of like, I liked what the Ponell version had. It was all black with the, the little thing, the little black and white
The
here.
tabs, yeah.
I sort of like that look, and then we can have the notary in the same costume. We can have Alonso in the same costume too. And you can't have it over, a larger piece over, the cape that can be long.
Well, there should be, in his position, he would have either like a sleeveless cape or something that would be over the outfit itself.
Okay.
I
But
mean, it would be a natural thing of his position.
Let's try to make three.
Notary wouldn't have to have that.
No, not necessarily, but I want to make sure
So
that
the
the
words
two of
are,
them,
hey,
Alonso
where is
and
everybody?
Somebody
Somebody
are the same.
And then
Answer
answer
me.
me.
And he might have a neck wrap too.
Yes, I'm
at the beginning.
obliged, sir, instead of
Because
opening
he's
up this
very
door.
careful about his throat, and that's a nice thing to have.
No, he says,
Which
hey,
would be, again,
hey,
black
you
and
people,
dark.
damn you, answer me.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
What
yes,
do you
I'm
want,
obliged, sir.
soldier?
Okay.
All
Because
of
now
them.
I have to put these into all of them.
We're keeping what do you want,
Yes.
soldier?
I thought it was a nice bit. I mean, I can keep it, but that's what I want to do.
Well, maybe what we could do with him, because of the fact that he is fairly large, maybe we could
Do you
do,
want
Racing
to wait
Forge.
until I call Florham
Before was Zena.
About
before
what?
you
Yeah.
make the change?
No,
You don't
I've
have to
got-
dress
I've
them.
got to,
I can watch them now.
I've got to mail
oh,
these
well, that's
things.
true. I was
One
thinking
in
with him
Sarasota, Florida,
especially,
one in Seattle,
if you
Washington,
get
one
those
in
long,
Cleveland, I tell you,
tighter
get these
type
things out.
pants, so that
Overnight by
the whole leg is.
25 bucks? No.
Rather than, because that way there,
No, but I mean,
He
just
becomes a
sending
column
things with
comes
his
up.
stamp gets
Okay.
there
rather
in 2 days.
than breaking them up into a
No,
lot
it
of
doesn't.
different areas.
Okay. Well, it was going to be knee breeches, right?
Originally, I was going to do knee breeches on him.
On him. Yeah, I think with black stockings, that would be okay.
You think it would be
I think
okay?
they would still get a long look from
Yeah.
that.
Who are we
That's
They're
talking
tight.
about?
But,
Don Bartolo.
no Barclo.
Don Basilio, what am I saying? Don Basilio.
There's- yeah.
Basilio's a big
Basilio.
guy too.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
what we're trying to figure out is how to give that sort of, most every opera I've now watched, he's sort of
He's
standing
tall and thin
tall.
and lanky.
Oh, yeah.
Bartolo or
He's not
Basilio?
like-
Basilio.
Basilio, yeah.
Basilio.
Basilio's hefty guy.
He's hefty, yeah. I mean, I can get some, I'm not worried about getting something on him.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how to try to give him that sort of appearance, you know. that-
Spindly look.
Yeah.
Without doing, and if we could have, I sort of like the exaggerated tricorn hat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, for him and Alonzo later on. They could both have
You
it.
don't want the scholarly hat, the one with the roll sides.
No, a tricorn, but huge. I don't know if you can pull that or if you're gonna have it, but I'd like some, you know, exaggerated. The hat's nice that way, and for both of them. Okay, now the sword for Lindora needs to have a sword. The drunken.
Do you have swords there?
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't know if that was props for you.
No, that's props.
I'll check with, he's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
He told me.
I'd like the soldiers in very strong, bright colors, maybe red, white, and blue. I don't know what kind of soldiers, you need to have 12, 13 with.
I was gonna do
Sergeante.
them in white coats, blue pants, and red sashes.
Okay, that's strange for white coats, but okay.
No, but the white coats are something that was used apparently.
Okay, and could we have white gloves too? Okay. House dress for Rosina, glasses for the Count as music teacher.
Have to get a pen out right back.
A long house coat for Dr. Bartolo, that he can wear.
Yeah, we
most of the
talked
time.
about that,
Okay,
yeah.
just repeating.
No, I'm just saying, that's something that we had talked about.
And it might be nice for Berta to be conservative and black and white type thing, or subdued colors anyway.
Well, now, we're going away from a little of our initial
Okay, what?
conversations.
Okay.
But our initial,
Remind me what I said.
our initial conversations originally was to do it all in color, do the whole opera in color.
Mhm.
And then I told you that the dark or bright colors are very hard to pull out of stock unless you actually make them and design them and build them. So then we said, well, maybe we'll go a little more pastel-y with it so that it goes with the set. Now, if we start getting too many people in blacks and dark colors, that's going to fight anything that's done
Okay.
lightly. Now, I'm not saying that we can't do it that way. I mean, we're still early enough that we can make up our mind how to do it. And I've seen it done now, after watching the opera a few times, done both ways.
Okay, make her, I guess I want to,
See, if you make her black,
well, I was going to have her with an apron, just black, it'd be black here, all she'd see, and then you'd see the apron. But pastel is fine.
well, she's a worker. I mean, she doesn't have to be
Be
as
very
light a
basic.
pastel, but I think she should still have a color.
Okay. Might be nice to have a cross, I know, a little, she's a very religious woman, so a
Yeah.
cross. So that's fine. Ambrogio, old-fashioned, frazzled costume.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be
Beat up.
Beat up, right. And it should be, of, obviously not present style, and Dr. Bartolo's cheap. And for I like the Count in a tricorn at the end, talking about the very end, and Figaro in a bolero type, instead of tricorn, with one of these things around.
Yeah.
That might be nice. And both capes for both of them, but we can probably share capes.
Well, no, you need capes at the end for both of them.
I know, but we can share the capes from the chorus, that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to have.
Well, the Count
13
needs a cape
at the
when the
beginning,
Boss first
15.
comes.
Yeah, so it's just one more, so just, okay.
I mean, the Count has to have a cape.
Oh, no, at
first
the
comes.
beginning, yeah.
Yes.
just- So,
But the last outfit for the Count should be much more elegant.
yes,
So, I mean, he wouldn't have a wool cape, he'd have
yeah.
an
it'd be-
elegant cape to go with it.
Okay, so it would be a different one, okay. And the notary,
That can be done many different ways. I mean,
did you have any ideas?
well, I mean, the way I've seen him done most of the time is in actually a sullen color. He's not very bright, and he comes in and he sort of, blends a little more with the scenery than some of the other people.
That's fine too.
He's not very outstanding.
So he
But it's
talked,
quite how you want to do it.
Who's doing the notary role?
we can have one of the guys, the person that does the super?
Does he sing?
No,
Now,
Okay, okay.
the guy that is gonna be the super, you can also do
Yeah,
that.
we want one or two men for supers.
So far, we have just one,
Yeah.
but we're still very early, so, I reserve the right to change my mind for a few
Okay,
things.
so, and I have two women.
Good.
we have to discuss what their costumes are gonna be
We
too.
talked about nuns.
Well, we talked about nuns, and then possibly
In the beginning, though.
at the beginning, sort of a little more nice day dresses where they go
Okay.
to the,
Okay, the notary, that's Sam McCall.
so that'd be 2 costumes for
Okay,
that.
Mhm.
McCall.
All right.
No,
So now we talked about principals. We talked about Figaro, Count. Well, you know, it would be good if, when you pull things, I guess what I should do is come in and see
Well,
what
yes.
you've got. Figaro, Count, Bartolo, Basilio,
Figaro.
soldiers, Figaro.
Figaro.
Wait, before you get to figure out notary, the notary sings, so we can use him in the finales also.
Oh, he can sing, he can sing,
He
so
can
yes,
sing.
he certainly can
So
sing.
we have another soldier costume or some other costume. Can he come out as a notary and sing in the finale?
In the
In the
finale?
finale of Act 2, the finale of the whole show, but he's not as in Act 1.
No,
Okay,
in Act
one,
two,
then
you-
we need another soldier
So we
costume.
You need a soldier for him.
Or-
12,
or a,
13, 14, we need 14 soldiers.
Or a peasant or whatever.
No peasants.
Okay.
There aren't any peasants in Dr. Bartolo's house.
No, the peasants are only at the top of the show with their musicians.
So he'll sing both finales too, with Brocho.
If they would. And if he wants to be in the piano pianissimo, he can too. If he's a good enough singer and he's going to learn it and he wants to do it, that's fine with me. Just tell me how many people I have. I talked to Eric and he said you have 12. I don't know
12.
over you, I talked to.
But
So it'll be
now we have
13.
Ambrogio who's going to sing, and we have Dr. McCall, who is a
That's fine, I don't know.
brilliant scientist.
Great. That doesn't, I don't have a problem with
You
that.
get
I just
everything
need to know how
screwed
many.
up, his feet don't, he should be the Ambrogio because he'll learn the part, no problem.
Okay. So, back to Figaro.
Yeah, Figaro. Now, do you want 2 distinct costumes for him, or 1? I mean, most of the time Figaro only has 1 costume.
When would you
Which-
change?
Which he has a coat with that costume, which sometimes he appears with and sometimes
That's
he appears
nice.
without, and
I
the
like
apron.
that.
But in Act 2, when he comes back at the very end of the show with the count, sometimes he's wearing a different
Nah,
costume.
let Figaro be.
I was gonna ask what's the budget? Save on that. We can.
We'll save that.
Well, no, the point is that I actually think it works better when he doesn't change.
Right.
Well,
We
yes.
don't change
But
it.
I've seen him do it. I
No, we
mean,
give the notary one of the costumes, so.
yeah,
If he has the bolero hat and the cape, that might be enough. of a
at the very
difference.
end of the show.
That might be
yeah.
enough difference. I don't mind, 1 is good with a different coat and with an apron and with a hat and
That's
cape,
right.
then that's enough.
Yeah, then he still has enough to play with and look different a little bit.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we talked about.
Now, what sort of action are you going to take inside the coat? Like, a lot of times he
Inside
has,
the coat?
yeah, sometimes he'll have some of his, like a mirror in the coat, and have combs, and have.
Well, I'm planning for the first part, the things he'll have will be in a shop. And he'll have
Yeah, there were.
and the razor and stuff. When he comes back to do the shaving, I thought he'd have a bag, because he's not going to carry stuff around. He could have a bag, especially he has that towel thing, which is, I'm going to play it huge. He's going to he can't carry that around. So I'll have a bag for all that stuff.
Oh, all right, all right.
And so you won't have to worry about it costume-wise, and he won't have to worry about the heaviness and stuff like that. I'll just have a bag.
Yeah, I
And the
noticed
first
they
thing-
never put too much in the coat. I mean, the most I've seen was a mirror and a comb that was actually in
I think a comb and a mirror, and we probably wouldn't get to a razor. I sort of thought, well, we can pick that up in the shop. That's enough for the, and they can, I would think he wouldn't have it in the coat, he would have it as part of his apron, because if he were gonna work, he would take his coat off and make sure it wouldn't get
Give the
soiled.
thing that I gave him and redo those words.
Okay?
That's-
So, we've talked about Basilio, we've talked about Bartolo, we've talked about Berto, we've talked about Ambrogio, we've talked about the notary, we've talked about Figaro, we've talked about the Count. Now, obviously, Count's it's not very well dressed at the beginning. Finally, at the end, it's very well dressed. And
Hi, Robert.
Rosina. So, we talked about her.
We're going to create 3 looks for her, actually.
Yeah.
When she's on the balcony, when she's in the house, and then we'll change.
We have changed some of
Think
the
about-
dialogue.
What do you think about changing costumes for Act 2?
Oh, she has to have a
Is that
second
too much?
costume.
I would sort of like a different look.
She has to have a second costume. I mean,
This is
it's
a-
later in the day, and
This is the.
This is a copy of the
She probably would want
very
to
short
be
translations and
different for the
everything.
town and for
Get the
the
changes.
daughter anyway. And she can play that to the
You want
end.
this one, or
Yeah,
you want
that
to
was-
put it in your own score?
No.
Oh, better.
Do you have the super
All right.
titles?
No.
Anything
There you
else?
go.
No, you're very-
Hi, Michael.
You're very involved.
Well, that's nice, thank you. But I was on top of it. I don't know
Now.
what.
No, it's
Just
not.
did.
Well, that's
Okay.
okay.
A conversation with him is.
Well, I just spoke to Rand. Rand is not going to be here tonight because they just finished 15 minutes ago the last filming on location, and he thought he was going to be able to get away earlier and be here by 9, but he can't.
Okay.
What he said that he had spoken to you, Spencer, a lot.
Yes, he and I had talked one time for about a half hour.
Okay, when he comes back, he's coming right after what they have to do now is they have to clean up the location. He's on the cleanup crew too. So once they do that,
Double overtime.
he'll be back here within a few days, and I told him to call you and you.
Okay, good, because I have a list of about 10
Right.
things I
I
need to
said,
talk to you
you
about.
two guys, he's got to call. You, he's got to talk about colors. And I
Color.
said we're setting it in the early part of the 18th century, right? We agreed to that?
Mhm.
Okay. And he said, yes, he agreed that we should do the light colors.
Okay. He and I talked about the concept of different things and playing games and stuff like that. He and I talked about the ground cloth and different things. I wanted to, we're gonna, instead of having just a bench, we're gonna have hopefully a little round thing, which is like the center square. And I thought also it'd be fun to have if we can have a statue, like a Cupid statue, that would be fun. And when Bartolo comes out and then Figaro can hide, and he can stand there like the statue, because he's going to play Cupid. And when Bartolo walks by, he goes, no, it's okay. He didn't, he thinks he
Yeah.
sees it, but doesn't. It's a bit. So I thought that would be fun, and it'd be
I'd
fun to
do
have the
that.
Cupid. Okay. So one of the people, maybe the notary can have. I was just doing this to remember, a Napoleonic hat, sideways.
Oh, great.
That might be fun to be a different look at the end, because we'll have the hat, we'll have the tricorn, because the count. Although maybe tricorn with long pants is wrong.
Hmm?
Maybe the tricorn at the end with the pants is long.
No, they still wore them, they wore them into the
Okay,
Napoleonic period.
okay. So a side hat might be fun, a different kind of look
Yeah.
from this
Which period
period.
are you doing in?
Early 18th century.
Early 18th.
Yeah.
Okay,
To
so,
get rid of the, you get rid of the wigs and you get rid of the.
Yeah.
Well, what you do
Stuff
have
in
is
the back.
small, it's not big deal. And also, the other thing with it's a much more pretty period to
Yeah.
look at.
By the way, the supers is Rosina going to have a wig?
yes,
Yes.
she's not
Okay.
gonna be real hair, but it's gonna be a wig that looks like real hair, not a wig that looks like a wig.
No, that's right.
No, we have real hair. We have 4 real hair wigs.
long as it looks
that
like
are
it.
very, very good.
Okay.
What color?
Hmm? I haven't seen her yet.
You're not, she's not doing wigs,
No,
I need
no.
to talk to the makeup
But I-
person too, because I have makeup's no.
I want to know what she's going to do, because
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give her.
That way she doesn't have to worry about that stuff.
What about
It can be
Berta?
long. Berta will, probably will have a wig, I mean, unless we want,
Aren't
she
you
wants to
going to
mess
give her
up
one
with
of
her
those
hair.
frumpy hats so she doesn't...
She'll have a hat for part of the.
Yeah,
So
but
no-
she's
no
at,
wig?
but she's at home, and she
Oh,
wouldn't be
inside,
wearing a
yeah.
hat.
What about the 2 supers?
The
The
two
2
supers?
lady supers?
The very beginning?
Wherever you're using them.
Well, as a nun, they
One,
won't
as a
be-
nun, they don't need
They
it.
won't be.
No.
Okay, and as a...
But
the
we could-
beginning,
We could also,
They can have hats,
they
but
used
the
to have
hair
hats.
shows underneath it.
Well, let's see what they look like.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know what the hair is yet.
They're
they're
coming
short
home.
little girls.
Yeah, but we don't know what the hair looks like. Let's see what the hair looks like.
They're either going, well, I have to decide, either they're going to mass really early in the morning and they're good girls, or they're coming home from an all-night debauch and they're bad girls.
Well, let's do the
So-
latter. Forget about
Get more
going to
laughs
mass.
out of the
The
latter.
nuns will be going to the mass.
Well, during the rain.
We need a little razzmatazz in this
They
thing.
will have plenty of razzmatazz.
Maybe they're
Don't
going to
worry.
grab Figaro on the way out. In. Even though it's not Figaro.
I should have liked good girls who were corrupted rather than already corrupted ones anyway. So let's
No,
have
you'd rather
them-
corrupt them yourself.
Oh, well, maybe. I didn't do the casting. So why don't we have them as nice girls and they're going to mass, but Figaro
That's why I
sees them
haven't
and says,
seen it.
cool out the lamp, done. Okay. We want to go, do you want to do the dialogue stuff, or do you want to wait, let everybody go and do that, or should we do that now? About 20 things here,
No, we'll do that later.
after everybody's left, okay?
Is Ed Matthews coming?
As far as I know.
No one told me anything that they wouldn't be here.
This is the only date and time he knows about, so I don't know why he
Did you
wouldn't
give
be-
him another call? to
No, I
remind
didn't.
him?
It's just 1 minute till 8 now. You should wait for 10 minutes and then call. Okay?
Could I ask a question on the black costumes?
For who?
Well, I was just wondering, how many black
For who?
costumes you're going to, for everybody? We have a group of people wearing black, and I'm
Only
wondering,
one.
it's,
What
it
group
sounds
do we
like
have
they
wearing
were,
black?
No.
Basilio
Bertie was
and
gonna
Marco.
wear.
No.
No.
We talked about that, Berta. The only
Berta
ones
won't wear black.
No. The only
I
one is,
misunderstood.
yeah, we were discussing.
That's right.
Okay.
Basilio.
Don't-
But Basilio really,
and that other.
Alonso.
Alonso,
Well,
he's
he's
an
his
imitation.
pupil.
He's
Right,
an
that
imitation,
big.
exactly.
Okay, so you've got two.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's it?
that's it.
Okay.
We've
No, I
taken,
understood.
no,
I'm-
what we discussed before was, we took them out of black, and we're gonna have color, it's not gonna be bright color, but it'll be color, as opposed to
And
having.
even in Berta, most of it you'll see is the apron, which would be
That's right.
dusty color, whatever,
Yeah.
darkish. And so this little black here is always thinking, because, you know.
You have the rehearsal schedule?
Yes, I do, sir.
Well, let's go with that.
Well, first thing that was due was the furniture. Did we
I have the
take care
list
of
for that too, but Rand isn't here. You want me to tell you those things too?
No, you should tell that to
Okay.
Tom Lynch.
Right.
Props.
Said he was gonna be here, 'cause I talked to him earlier.
Everybody's-
But Tom
Everybody was here last
is
week, or
set.
the 17th, so I think
Well,
we
Ed
can do
Matthews
that.
was not here the last time.
No, that's true.
Well-
He was in production.
So, Tom, I need to tell the furniture too? I thought Rand was in
No,
charge. of it.
Rand doesn't do furniture.
Doesn't do furniture or windows, okay. All right,
There's windows, isn't it?
so what do you want to do first?
Rehearsal schedule.
Okay, here we are. Saturday, April 14th. I'm sure that's wrong.
May 14th.
12 to 4. First, we'll have a production meeting, and I would like to introduce, I come from the theater edition where everybody meets each other.
What
and
day
we
is
just
that?
don't
That's
start.
the first
Saturday,
rehearsal?
May 14th.
That's the first rehearsal.
That's correct.
Okay.
Time, sorry.
12 to 4,
4.
he said.
12 to 4, we'll have a production meeting for the first hour, okay? If you can be there, it'd be nice for everybody to know, and everybody can have a little talk about what the concepts of, so we know where we're going, the concepts of what's going on, the costumes and, whatever's going on. And then I'm going to run the dialogue and impress upon them that they need to know the lines totally cold. I'll be nasty to people that don't have the dialogue already memorized. And then I'm going to block the large scenes, since everybody is there. Block for just principles and general outline. They've already got their notes.
These are all the
Blocking.
principals.
Yes, Dr. Del Rosso, they are. We will be blocking the large scenes for the end of Act 1 and the end of Act 2, just to get everybody to know where we are, so that this will be the most secure part. And if there's any time left over, we'll block some dialogue, or we'll run dialogue. The main thing is I want to impress on people to know their dialogue. Sunday, the 15th, 3 to 7. Page 9 to page 81. It's ambitious to try to get that much done, but they should already know the general blocking, and it'll just sort of be a check on that, hopefully. If they don't know it, then we'll have to go over it, and then we can add details. I'd like to give the general idea, and then we can go details as we go along, depending on the capabilities, stage capabilities of each singer. Ad will sing it at 5:30. Okay, and this will be without chorus. The 16th, page 88 to page 125. All those people involved. Bartolo, Basilio, Ambrogio, Berta, Figaro, Count.
25. What's the time, sir?
6 to 10. The only times that aren't 6 to 10 are the weekends. All
Right.
Okay. Tuesday, the 17th. Review Act 1, page 9 to 125, and finish blocking Act 1. This is very ambitious, but I've got a couple days where we will catch up when we don't do what I hope we can do. And then the 18th, 6 to 10. Finish Act 1, everybody to the review dialogue, and I want to go over the dialogue scenes again and any blocking we have, okay? So that we'll finish Act 1. It's a lot to do. The 19th, block Act 2, page 203 to 259. It's up to Berta's aria. It's a lot to do. A lot of the stuff, how many of these people have done these things before? Anybody?
Well, the Count has in his resume that he has done this before, but I don't think he has.
Anybody else who has done it? It's a different type.
Bartolo assuredly has done it before.
Okay.
Basilio, I don't think. But
Figueroa.
Basilio is very, very good. Figaro, no, the Count has never done it before. Figaro's the
One
guy
that
says
has,
he has.
is in his
It says he
resume.
who has stuff in his resume that.
I like
kind
him
of-
already,
but-
because this kind of part he should be playing.
But he's the guy that called me from Cleveland tonight and asked for all of this stuff. Where is
Good.
it? And I haven't received it, so
Good.
he's anxious to get it.
Great.
And I've got to get it to.
Good sign.
I've got to get it to Bartolo and Basilio because Basilio's in Seattle, Bartolo's in Florida, and they want this stuff. So this week I've got to get it to them.
Good, that's why I want to talk about the dialogue too. so we
Okay.
can Get the dialogue.
Yeah, we've got to get that finished tonight.
But I
That's good
do,
news.
I do want to reserve the right to, things, once we get into production, things can change. I'm
Well, I
willing to change.
have a cover letter that I'm sending and saying that we are sending a rehearsal schedule that is subject to change.
I would like to put in a little, maybe I could call your secretary and add a little paragraph from me about where I think,
Well, you better do it early
Movement.
tomorrow morning.
well, I have a call, and I won't be back until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, unless you want me to call her at 6 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, why don't you leave it on her desk tonight?
Okay, I have to write it down. Okay, where were we? We were on 19th, 20th. 2:59 to the end.
I'm going to have this all typed out and give to everyone.
Sure.
So you-
21st. Do problem spots,
Time?
sorry, 1:30 to 5:30.
What is this?
With the
Saturday.
21st. This is the time when we have the, this is the graduation thing, right? That is occurring at another place. 1:30 to 5:30, we're gonna do problem spots and
Yeah,
finish
but you see,
block.
that means I won't be able to get back in until 3 or 3:30.
I think we'll still be okay.
All right.
We won't have to have you for
Because
everything.
remember, this is split 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours blocking, 2 hours running. Whatever we have to patch up with the blocking has to be done with the music.
It should all be done with music.
All right.
So we'll be doing problem spots and finishing blocking. Then on the 22nd is music only. The 23rd,
Time? 20?
4 to 8.
What is that?
Sunday, the 22nd.
Okay.
I
don't-
told you already, remember we
Yeah,
talked about
but don't put music only. What we're going to do is we're going to run something.
Okay.
Just put in there, I'll put in there, to be announced.
TBA, okay.
Yeah.
23rd, block chorus. There's not that much, so I'll try to do everything.
When do you want the supers there?
I'll have to, probably the 23rd with the chorus. Let's call the supers offhand with the chorus, which is the 23rd. Then on the 24th, we'll run Act 1. And especially we'll do the chorus scenes. If we have to cut, we can cut. And we'll have to put in the dialogue scene. That's an entire run. It's supposed to be with dialogue.
You want the supers here when you have the chorus here?
Please,
Every time?
please.
Okay. I think one will be missing on that 23rd because she's got a job she's singing.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
25th. Review the chorus scenes. First, we should do the mask. And then at 8, we'll call the chorus
You mean the
scenes.
storm?
Yeah, the storm, yeah, the storm. The storm scene. Let's say at 7 o'clock, we'll then do the chorus scenes. And the 26th, we'll run the second act of the chorus, and that will include the mask. 27th, run Act 1 in problem spots. Without the chorus. Without the chorus. 28th, run.
Time?
Ooh, 2 to 6. Timeout.
Run.
Run with chorus. 29th, 3 to 7. See if there are any problem scenes. The time is flexible on that too.
Eric is gonna need these times.
I know. I'm gonna see him Friday and all that.
Okay, give
The
him-
whole plaza.
That's, well, let's just say 3 to 7 for right now. We will do problem scenes, and if anything isn't blocked yet, and there's special things, that'll be the day to finish off things. Finish any blocking, no chorus. Then the 30th is the piano run with chorus. The 31st is piano dress with chorus. And the 1st is orchestra run with chorus. The 2nd is orchestra dress with chorus. And performances are at 7. It's right here, is that correct?
Yeah. You wanna go up and Xerox this?
Wouldn't Xerox that.
Well, Xerox, it's just in case
Here.
I've missed something on mine.
I know, but you can't read my work.
No, I know I can't.
On print.
No. My
My
second
also
also
call.
Just make copies for us here,
Okay.
because I will have that retyped.
Is the machine on?
No.
Okay, so now, do you want to save the dialogue stuff for later?
No, we can do dialogue now
Okay.
while we're waiting.
Okay, I wanted to.
Supers with chorus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, when the Figaro sings, I was going to have that overlap when, who is this idiot? I better hide from him, but I still see the
That's
top
on
of
page
page 2.
17.
That's the top of page 2 in the dialogue. I didn't have this before,
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know where those things
What?
are.
3.
Page
Okay,
3.
would you be my translator for?
Oh,
for the rules?
okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to have, if you don't mind, overlap. In other words, he will be saying the dialogue during Figaro's offstage La 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 Leras. And then he goes offstage when the Figaro comes on. So it overlaps. It isn't end of dialogue, start music. No, I want to mix them up so it's not one and the other, it's both. You don't like that?
No, I don't have any problem with it.
Oh, okay, you looked like you were debating, okay.
What I'm thinking of what impact this has on the super titles, but it,
He's singing La 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 Lera,
Yeah.
so I mean, can't have any problems.
No,
He doesn't
okay.
sing the first line yet. So can't have a problem.
that's off stage.
It's
Yeah.
never going to,
Okay.
you're not going to have words.
All right, do we have to indicate anything here for the count?
Indicate anything?
Right here, when I mail it to him.
Indicate, what do you, no, that we should be able to handle this when it happens. You can just put down overlaps.
I won't put anything down.
okay.
You'll tell him.
That's fine, that's
Okay.
fine. That won't be a problem.
Okay.
So that's for Rand, that's for props, that's a statue. I want to have 4 locks, and they need to be on the door. We need to have the prop guy who's not here, he needs to have, he's in charge of making the noises, right?
No. The fellow who's doing the videotaping will have it taped.
No, it can't be taped. It has to be live. It has to be a bit. It's click, click, you can't have a tape.
You want it for real?
It has to be real, it can't be fake. I mean, how can you have a tape go click, the guy slips his fingers, it's gotta be, it's a timing bit, it's gotta be exactly live. All the sounds, except for the thunder, are live. We got a thing that goes, you can have a ratchet if you want to from the orchestra pit, you can get one of those things.
No.
We have somebody that makes a lock noise, it has to be a lock noise.
They'll have to do it on stage,
Yeah, they have to
not
be
from
live.
the orchestra pit.
No, but I meant a piece, it can't be a ratchet, could be the noise. I'd rather have a real lock, but if you can't do anything
No,
with a ratchet.
they should have real locks. I don't know where all these guys are.
Okay, I need that.
Bob has got to remember to call these people a few days in advance of these things because people forget.
Okay, and I talked about the statue, I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Right?
We have a statue,
Is it Cupid?
it's a woman.
Well, that's not Cupid.
And we have a pedestal,
Well, pedestal's good, but I'd like a
but the
Cupid.
pedestal's only about this big and
That's
it's
fine.
whacked out on one side. We should be able
Well.
to fix it somehow.
That's possible if you have the.
But there's a lady who's standing, well.
I'd like to have
I'll show it
Cupid
to you.
with a little fig leaf in his crotch, so we can do some other things there. Okay?
Where
There's
are
a lot
we
of-
gonna get this?
Well, I'm asking. This is about the.
You have talked to Tom about that.
That's a possibility there.
Okay. Okay, and especially if he's standing on one hand and doing this, then Figaro could do the same thing. Maybe too much of a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Is this a problem, Dr. DeRosa?
No. The problem is Bob should have called these
Oh,
people
okay.
and remind them
All
to
right.
be here.
Okay. On page 1, which I think we should, anything that's extraneous, I know it may be in the recitative, but let's also look at it as dialogue. I was trying to read this just as dialogue. Finally, they've gone by Fiorello. That's not necessarily, they're gone. That's it.
I don't have that. I have the
I'm
new
sorry.
stuff.
Yeah, sorry. Can
No,
you
I'm
translate?
even trying to find the place, finally.
With all that noise, they've awakened the entire city.
Oh,
Oh.
that's on page 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Bob, can you go up and call Ed Matthews and
Yeah,
Tom
Let's-
Lynch and see if they're
I
gonna...
think everything we can cut
I
out of
started
it,
to do that, but I
let's
didn't
cut.
know how to do it on your
Yeah.
phones.
You
So
dial
finally
3.
they've gone. I don't
Three.
know if that's necessary.
It'll give you an outside line.
Okay.
Don't lock my keys in there.
Which, now,
Finally they've gone.
now that
Okay.
I, tell me which one is the right one. Since I
It's always
Put the-
next to the yellow.
put them down, always next to the yellow, remember that.
Okay, what, I've got it.
Is that a problem?
What are we saying?
I'm cutting, finally they've gone. They've gone. That's
Line
it.
2 on the top of page 3.
Finally
obvious.
they've gone, you're
They've
taking
gone.
that out?
That's, I would like to do that,
Fine,
but,
I have no problem.
but I mean, if you people have problems, that's
I
fine.
have no problem.
Okay, good. I thought about, I saw it once and maybe too much, but if you know anybody has a nice little poodle, I think Dr. Bartolo, when he comes out and does the umbrella, if he had a little poodle to carry along with him, it might be a lot of fun and get a nice chuckle and a laugh. If we can't do the dog, that's okay too. But I thought it would be fun. Just an idea.
See, the only, well,
Poodle, Yorkie.
I fired a tenor once, but I had to fire a dog once too, because the dog bit someone.
Well, we want a nice, loving
A
little
nice,
puppy.
loving poodle.
Little puppy, or
Uh,
poodle, or
Poodle or Yorkie
anything
or-
fancy, anything,
Little
fit,
Yorkie,
you know, anything
Yorkie or
fancy. It
one.
just was an
You want a
idea.
Bichon Frise, that's what you
My
want.
neighbor has 2 of those,
Bichons?
but they bark all the time.
No, we want a quiet, docile, we don't want
Yeah,
someone
you-
you're gonna have to
stage
put in the
trained.
program.
Well,
This is just an idea.
my son has a Bichon that's just perfect, if he will be responsible for bringing him here and doing all of that.
Well,
He's a marvelous dog.
Well, you might ask.
Yeah,
The
I
dog
will
would
ask.
enjoy it. I'm sure the audience will just eat it up. They would
All right.
love it. When I saw it
Animals
at the
steal.
Met, they went, well, but it's, you know, they can say, Dr. Bartolo, it's okay, because it's only like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's okay. The audience is gonna love it. So I thought it'd be fun.
What act is this?
This is the first
First
scene
scene.
When he appears.
when he appears. He's gonna have an umbrella and a little puppy.
Okay. And right after that, the puppy's gone.
Yes, that's it. The puppy's gone. We have
Okay.
him for,
Yeah, the audience will say, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Good, well, that's all right, we want them, on our side, let's
Ooh,
get them right away.
ah,
If you don't have there's a saying, if you don't have a laugh like in the first 10 minutes, then you need to do the show over again, because it's gotta be comedy, you gotta have a laugh in the first time. Gotta
Okay.
get them going. Page 8. Line change, where did I put it? Heavens, someone must have entered the room. How mean, line change? Page 8. Someone must have entered. I didn't like that. I sort of thought that was a strange overtone. You see where I am?
What, I know.
After
that-
say el mio nome. After, someone must have entered her room,
There
right?
it is.
She's not, this,
Rosina Uzanov.
Okay.
someone didn't enter her
7.
room, she's on the balcony and someone closed it off. So someone didn't enter her room. No, that's not what happened. Ambrogio Berta,
I'll tell you why we
she's
did
standing
that.
on the balcony and all of a sudden, I talked to Randus already, the curtain goes, "Phoom."
I'll tell you why we did it, and then we'll discuss it. We did it because she screams,
Yeah.
and the count says, my God, he turns to Figaro and says, was that aria that I sung so bad?
Yeah, right. I like
Something to
that.
effect.
I like that.
And Figaro says, no, someone entered the room and scared her, or something like that. That's the reason we put that in.
It
Someone
was
must have
sound
entered
rather
the
than a
room.
visual effect.
I know,
Yeah.
but to the audience, it's like, but she wasn't in her room, she was in her, she lives in the balcony? What is this?
Oh, well,
You know?
then we say, no, someone must have scared her. How's that?
That's fine, or some, it could be, try to think of a funny way to put it.
Well, we gotta do it now.
I frightened her, let's put down.
No, well, I
Okay,
think,
someone must have frightened her.
what do you, well, I'm sorry, what did you want to say?
Why
I
someone?
think the reason why it's entering the room behind her, anybody entering that room with her being on the balcony giggling, if somebody enters the room, she's gonna react to it.
But that's not her room.
I know it's not her
That's not her
room.
bedroom.
It's not her bedroom, but still, anybody that comes into that room, she's doing something that the
Someone
cameras
must
want
have
her to
entered
do.
the room.
I agree
Uncle
with
Ben.
Spencer, because what we've got to do is indicate very simply to the audience that someone frightened her. And
All right.
forget this whole
Does
business.
it have to be someone? Could it be
Yeah.
something?
The dog frightened her?
I don't know. I mean, something is more vague.
Well, what thing would frighten her?
Oh, but I think you're going too far with
Cute.
logic.
No,
I
think
no,
you
I,
just say
I
that.
think we have to be very logical with our audience. Come
Something
on.
must
Must
have
have struck
frightened
her
her.
heart. I don't know. That-
Why be so detailed?
no, but I think that,
You've got about 4 characters, and you're gonna say someone must have frightened
Yeah.
her. That's it.
Someone must have frightened her.
I don't think he can say something, well, make up our minds.
no, someone has to be.
Is it someone or
Has to be
something?
Some, no, otherwise,
Someone must have frightened her.
okay, thank you, that's nice.
That's important that someone.
Yeah, that's good, I'll go for that.
You got that?
Yeah,
You
okay,
do? Okay.
page 12, and on poor people, I know you don't know where I am.
Right.
You just, okay, this is before La Calunia, about
Oh,
3 or 4,
okay.
5 up. Oh, I wanted to ask you.
Before La
If we have, no, during La
12.
Calunia, yeah.
Page 12, correcting.
Yeah.
It says, just this, we begin to contact, we must
Yeah.
begin to concoct a story
Yeah.
with subtle innuendos that will put him in a bad light, making him sing in this town. No, it's not necessary. Making him sing in bad. In this town is superfluous. Okay? Anybody against that? In La
Let me
Calunia?
read it.
Okay.
You have it?
Yes,
Is that okay?
right there.
Okay. You take in this town out?
Yeah. It's no big
How
deal.
about on the town?
No, that's a musical, and I'm not directing that
I was
right now.
trying to get our money's worth. I want to always get my money's worth. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
fine.
couple other ones. What was that? It was from Sweet Charity. I'm a big brass band. I didn't like that one.
Harpsichord.
Yeah, if you want to play it, that's all right, but it's certainly anachronistic. During La Colonia, I wanted to get your approval of this. I thought since we already have the wind machine, we might do La Colonia with the thunder and lightning and wind.
No wind machine.
No wind machine at all. We're not going to have anything.
No.
During the storm, we're not
Speaking
going
of
to.
wind.
Then I'm not going to use it for that.
When you read the article, you'll see why. There's enough wind in the music.
No comment. We can't make wind. Okay. Marcellina is, I know it says that, I listened to the Italian. Marcellina is Figaro's daughter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he has been having a lot of fun because he hasn't been married. Page 17.
Is that a change?
No,
What?
marriage,
one.
but
Hi,
marriage,
Tom.
the marriage of Figaro is the next opera.
Right, this is Marcellina and that his mother.
Is that a change? Whoa, get
Not
out of
as
here!
No, not
Oh,
that.
Whoa,
Not as hard.
man! Did you put on the weight?
No,
What
I
have you been
haven't.
doing?
That's what
Get
success
outta here.
does.
The success does.
It's
Being
a
empowered most of the time does.
Huh?
Drink too much
Did you sit
beer.
down here? Have a
Oh,
seat.
no, I'm going. Aren't they in
No,
school?
Go then, get lost. No, this week they're in Florida.
Yeah, I know, that's why I came back.
The students are in Florida.
I thought they were,
You look terrific.
do I look fat? I am not
You
fat.
gain weight.
You always look fat.
You gain weight. Come back from Florida.
No,
Forget that Florida stuff.
no, I want to stay in Florida. Where'd you put the cigarette?
You smoking now?
I always smoke. Where'd you put the
He's just
cigarette?
smoking more now, that's it.
I think I
Okay, what's next?
ran out of house.
Are you
Speaking of
coming back?
smoke,
Are you coming back?
No.
No?
Where?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming back again now.
Okay.
When are you guys gonna finish?
Hour?
Probably.
Knowing you too.
You go.
They usually run till 10.
Auf
about
Wiedersehen.
10.
All right, I'll see if I can.
Wiedersehen, Wiedersehen. Take care of
Bye.
yourself.
It's nice to see you again.
God. I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Page
Well, you
7,
didn't see his bald head either.
Yeah.
page 17.
Yes. What is it?
It's that tobacco smoke. This is before the finale
Oh,
of
don't
Act
tell me
1.
you're gonna take that out.
Yes.
We tried to get the,
No. Singers are gonna kill me. There's no, unless you've got a real reason to put smoke on stage, don't do it to the singers. There's no reason. If you're doing Carmen, you're doing the smoking chorus, you gotta do it. But the other reason,
Okay.
there's no reason for them. They're gonna go, why, you know, they're gonna, and I don't blame them for bitching.
No, I agree.
So that line, the sneezing goes on and on. That's it. It's that tobacco smoke, no.
And so there's
I
no.
mean, if you wanna argue
You mean
about-
you want to leave the words out? Is that it? You want to eliminate?
Yes, if there's
Read-
no tobacco smoke, then you
Could you
can't
read
talk about it.
the words there?
It's that
The
tobacco
Italian.
smoke.
And then she
I
goes
don't
like
remember.
this and says, it will be
Why
the
did
death of
we
us
put-
all.
Why did?
All right.
And we were trying, and then we were gonna have a sign that comes down and said the Surgeon General says smoking is bad for your health.
He was going to have the sign come in.
Well, now, see, now you
Or
would
she
have
was
a
gonna
laugh.
turn around, it was gonna be on her back.
Now, see, now you would have a laugh.
Well, and, okay, now if you want to do things like
We don't
this.
have to have the smoke.
No, but I mean, it's all about, if you want to do style and do Gilbert and Sullivan type thing and make it anachronistic, then we can do all kinds of things about this. We can change the name of the aria to another thing, we can change it
Oh,
to,
that's true.
you know, we can do all kinds of stuff, but if we're going to make sure that there's no reference to the present period, then it has to not, you have to be consistent. And I don't mind doing either. I would prefer to make it a period piece and let's not have any jokes that are with us. But if there are going to be jokes about that, then there's all kinds of possibilities for the dialogue. We can change all kinds of things,
Oh, especially at this hour.
you know?
Well, but if we change it, we've got to change it now.
I know, and since we haven't gone that way,
Yeah, this goes,
no, and since we haven't gone that way, I think we shouldn't do
I've
any,
been sitting.
we shouldn't do any anachronisms. Since
Yeah.
that, if we haven't done it, let's make it a
Alright.
clean cut, standard, regular old Figaro.
But you know, if you talked about the smoke without having smoke, I don't think that would be very good.
Who smokes?
Somebody is supposed to be smoking a cigar.
Who?
Why
Where?
don't know?
But she always
Rolo.
sneezes. What is she sneezing for?
She has a
She
cold.
does sneeze.
No,
And
she's
I-
the maid, and every time she does,
Does.
she
She
gets.
gets
And
Yeah.
also,
Dust, yeah.
I like the bit, I'm gonna steal it from where Figaro comes in. Ambrogio opens the door, he
Well.
so slow he can't, and Figaro has sneezing powder and puts it right under Berta's nose as he starts sneezing.
Oh, here we go, plagiarism.
Yep, well, it's not it's an idea, you can steal it.
No, that's fine,
Okay,
okay.
so that's why she
All right,
begins to
that's-
sneeze.
It's out.
And other times she has a dusting thing and she's always
All
smoking.
right, so she could
Okay,
talk, you wanted
but
to talk
she-
about dust?
No, let's not
No.
add in line, just,
So you're going to say this sneezing goes on and on?
what do you want me to
It will be
say?
the
I have
death
to
of
go to
me?
my allergist
The death
tomorrow?
of us all?
It will be the death of me. I like that, thank you.
What will be the death of me?
Okay,
Where
so
are you?
Sneezing.
So here we are, we've got it, this is what we have so far. A chew, I'm coming.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a joke. This sneezing goes on and on, it will be the death of me.
The sneezing goes on and on. So you're leaving it, it's that tobacco smoke.
Yeah.
Right, and wave.
She waves her hand to get rid of the
Oh,
smoke.
jeez, I got one of these.
It will be the death of
Do you
us
have an extra
all.
one?
No, it will be the death of me.
Death of me.
How do you
Just
like
going
that?
over dialogue, it's not.
All right.
I've got a nice list for you.
Oh, thanks.
We've
So
got time to get
anybody,
that list.
We'll
anybody
get into
gets,
it shortly.
anybody got a problem with that?
No.
Well, then I think she should say,
There's
where's
nothing-
my allergist?
Well, I mean, it says
No,
nothing
let's go
about how she got the sneezing. I don't know
If you want to go that way.
No, let's go.
I can do
Let's
that.
go, let's
Just
go.
do this.
No, no.
No, if you had something, I mean, when we do something, let's do it completely and not be in a rush.
Well, what did you say? What was his?
Yeah, that's what I.
This sneezing goes on, but I mean, it's just, and
And
the
then she goes,
sneezing will be the
achoo,
death of me,
achoo,
and she
achoo,
just keeps
achoo, and then
sneezing.
it'll be
But
the
there's no
death.
explanation of why she would
No,
sneeze.
no.
Yes,
We're not-
there is.
Yes.
It's the,
There's two things. There's two things. Figaro, when he comes in, puts sneezing powder on
Oh,
her.
that's on
yeah,
purpose.
okay.
That sets
All
her
right.
off, and
Right.
she's sick all the time.
Okay.
And I'd like Dr. Bartolo to be phobic about diseases, and she follows suit with him, and it's almost
Okay.
like she's got a constant cold.
But that's logical, I think.
All right, let's go on.
So she has that
I
plus
still
the
think it's
dusting.
funnier if she's the maid and she sneezes because she
Does-
dusts.
We'll
and the
have
dust
both
makes her
things, but the
sneeze.
thing thing that sets it off is Figaro, so
Right.
the audience goes,
But
oh,
that's-
and then she dusts, and then she,
Are you gonna have a duster,
yes.
and every time she dusts, she sneezes?
Well, it's not exactly that way, but it's.
But often
during
enough
her
for the
aria.
audience to get the
Yeah, exactly,
message.
exactly,
Okay, we need a
exactly.
duster.
Well, I got that in your problem.
But actually,
Okay, let's
with
go
the-
on.
With the duster, even a little dust can come out of it the first time.
Well,
I have questions I have to ask you.
the audience will get that, okay.
We have a rehearsal schedule, I'll get this to everybody, I have to get
I
this
don't
typed out tomorrow.
Oh, no,
Okay, we're settled on who opens the door there.
Yes, we did.
Bartolo is not opening, Berta opens it, she leaves.
But what's happening is Bartolo is saying to Ambrogio to open it, he's too slow, so he says, I can't stand this, and then we get Berta to do it.
Okay, and then the Count comes in and he says, hey, where is everybody? Somebody answer me, and the Bartolo's over there somewhere.
Yeah, you
And he
got
is
the-
saying, who is this ugly guy? Who is this drunkard? And the Count says, hey, you people, answer me,
This is
damn
the
you.
translation.
And he says, what do you want, soldier? And then we're fine. Okay,
So we don't have to worry about it, it's already opened, right?
okay.
I
Just make
sort
sure
of-
you got the right words from Richard.
I changed you.
Okay. You can. would
This
you
is
make
the
sure you do
Bible
that
from
before?
now on.
Well,
Page 18.
you know, we can change.
All right. What else?
I'm not favorable to the liberal interpretation. Page 18.
Aria?
After, it's the beginning of Act 2. No, Pace
Pace
Gioia,
Gioia.
after Pace Gioia.
That's Act 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. What is it?
It was the next one. It was the next page, sorry. No, where's the thing that says I don't trust him?
I don't trust a stranger right at the beginning.
Yeah, top of it,
Is that before
24.
Pace Pace?
No, it's right after. That's 5 line.
Should be.
I don't trust this thing.
I don't trust this page, it's right there, to audience. I don't
Okay.
trust this page. I just had an idea that, I know it's not on the recitative, but the idea is, I don't know how we could put it in, that he's contagious, I want to get away from him, Dr. Bartlett. So that's a bit.
You mean he's going to say that?
Yes. He doesn't trust him and he's contagious. I don't know, I thought that would be a funny thing. And then you could, some kind of strange disease. It might be a potential laugh line, but if you explain it, it doesn't work. But you see where I'm
Yeah.
trying to go.
Well, we can say,
Scarlet fever, and another kind of thing.
does he have the creeping crud or something like that?
I said
The
he's got,
civilian.
he's got this
flu?
Spanish fly.
Oh, no.
I don't know if that
Well,
works.
it
It's a
could
potential
work,
joke.
yes,
Some
yes.
kind of
If
double-
you're not too clear.
double
if you don't-
entente in
yes.
Latin,
Mhm.
maybe, you know?
Okay,
In
because
French.
they're going to use a very similar
Spanish.
thing when
When,
the music teacher.
But this takes
Yeah.
place.
Wait,
I
I
thought
thought
we-
me sick when you said
Sorry
that.
about that.
By a French.
So what we want to say is, wait, the Count says, wait, he doesn't want any visitors, and Bartolo says something to the effect that, is he contagious? Does he
No,
have the
I don't
Spanish
trust
fly
a
or something?
stranger. I don't trust a stranger, and he's contagious.
What about he might be contagious?
He
He might
might
be
be
contagious.
That's
Is it?
better.
I think one's afraid, and then the other one catches it. I mean, Dr. Bartolo has this thing just like Berta, and then Basilio
It
catches
might.
it.
Why doesn't he say, it might be contagious?
Yes, it might be.
Okay, good.
I don't trust this
What is it?
stranger.
Well, he doesn't
People are
know what it
contagious.
is, that's why he says it. It might be
Contagious.
All right,
contagious.
because that's, all right.
Because
Like
if
that?
he says,
Is he
he
home?
must be contagious, we don't know what he's talking about. But now we know that he doesn't know that it's something that he
Okay.
shouldn't know. You get that, Mike?
Yeah, it isn't the laugh I was hoping for, but I can't, you know,
It
ask
might
you to
get
produce
it,
it.
yeah.
But by the
Depends on how he
way,
delivers
a lot
it.
of these asides are going to be addressed right to the audience, right?
They better be.
Great, okay. Okay,
Like
what
half
else?
this- half
Do you know the
play is-
next line, did we?
No,
write that
I
next
agree
line?
with, wait, let's go back to this. We got to get something in there. It might be contagious like the Spanish fly or something like that. We got to
I
get
like
a
that.
funny
I
line
like
in
that.
there.
It might be
Yeah.
contagious like a Spanish fly.
Mm,
No?
No,
No, okay.
I'm not sure that'll pick up
no.
we're
Well,
in Spain.
what is there that we can say?
singing in Italian.
But it should be something like that. It shouldn't, yeah, this is just another statement.
Well, I was trying to go for some kind of laugh with, you know, some kind of,
Yeah, okay,
But
but
you
I
have
don't
to-
think
you
that's a
can't
funny
produce it.
line.
Well, come up with something.
Why me?
You're the one that's taking,
you're the
you're the
dialogue.
guy saying this is negative.
No, I would agree, it should be better. It should be, you can work on that, and it doesn't have to be something,
About-
every line does
about
not
the
have
foreign
to be.
Legionnaire's disease.
Or the
Spain.
foreign legion's disease. Not
You know,
legionnaire,
you
because
could
now
do
we're
something
updating again.
Which would be a play
Why?
on something
No, we're not.
musical.
Like what?
I don't know, but I mean, you could do something that way you would play with music and then you would get the double entendre.
Maybe he's got gas
but
in
it
his
would-
bass drum?
Something like
Oh,
that.
get out of here.
Maybe he's got buffo in his bassoon. I don't know, maybe he's got,
His circuit.
It's one of those jokes.
A musical joke.
an ancient.
Well, that is a musical
sack
joke.
butt. Maybe he's got
Water in his sack.
water in his sack butt. I like that.
This is going to be.
Nobody's gonna know what the hell a sack butt
That
is.
is
True.
No,
That's, we're getting too far away from.
They're not
Yeah.
going to know
Sack
what
butt
a
is
sack
such a great
He's
word.
got the
I know,
yes,
but they won't know what it
He's
is.
got the idea, and I think that's would make it humorous.
The sack butt?
Well, maybe you need another instrument.
Well, that's, but it's going to be funny even if they don't know what it
Because
is.
sack butt sounds
Water in
like-
a sack butt just sounds funny.
That's true.
They might remember it
true.
until the end
And the
go out and look
musicians
and
in
see
the
what a
audience
sack
will laugh
butt
even
is.
louder.
Maybe,
No, it might be contagious. Maybe it's water in his sack butt.
And people are gonna have all different meanings to that one.
that's
Gas.
okay, as long as they laugh, who cares?
That's right.
No, not gas.
Maybe it,
Maybe it's
It's
water
Apostrophe.
water
In his
in.
in his sack butt. Somebody will think it's his sacroiliac.
Oh,
Somebody will think it's
his
something
butt.
to do with his backside.
Yeah.
You'll get all different interpretations of
All
that.
right,
Okay.
and we'll ask for them too.
Yes. We'll put a little.
I'm gonna
little
make
slip in
sure the
program,
Barlow
please.
stops and says, what does that mean?
Yeah, in the middle of the show.
we can put this in with my director's notes from what the meaning of the mask is, you know, the other one.
All right, let's go on.
Okay, good, thank you.
The
Music
next
for
line, I
surgery.
have a question. I've come in his place to give the young lady her lesson.
And,
I don't mind the
see,
double.
he's
entendre.
whispering.
I like that. I like the double meaning.
Yeah, that's why we didn't do it in French.
Okay.
Okay, page 21. Oh, music for surging?
No, what's the aria?
Contro un cor.
Okay, that's
There it
page
is,
25.
25.
I have, instead of such a beautiful voice, I have, instead of yes, si, bellissima.
We had said that,
Yes.
and then we changed it to yes. Why did you change it?
Why did you change it? I did not
Good, well,
change
we'll
it.
change it back to C. Change it back to C.
See that?
Music for surging.
Just as true. What?
Surging. See, the problem is when I write surgery, angry
Where are you?
surging. Page 21, I didn't put a note there.
What aria?
How much further are you?
I don't even know where I mean what I mean. You get used to this. I go, can't read my writing.
Is it
Surging, I don't know what it
before that?
means.
Okay, where is it?
This is,
I don't even know what it means.
Okay. Music for
Oh,
surgery.
music for, I understand my own note now. Okay, forget it. That's for me.
All
Add line page 22. I guess I wanted to do
Aria.
an acronym here. Page
Ah, ah.
22. When he talks about, what was that?
Aria?
It's the same area as we were before.
Okay.
That Figaro could maybe have a thing about, I have 24-hour cancellation notice.
Uh-oh, that's an anachronism.
Well, I don't know, they could have had it back then, too.
No,
All right,
nah,
all right,
nah,
too far to go for that.
all right.
yeah.
You're pushing
I'm
that.
trying to, I'm
stretching
going
it.
for humor. You gotta admit that.
Well-
Okay, keep going, same dialogue later on. Tell me, among all these keys, isn't there one which opens the balcony window?
Yeah,
Okay, not just window or outside, but balcony window. Get it, audience? We're gonna come to the balcony.
opens the balcony window?
Yeah.
I hope some of these opera stars.
Where are you?
Read this.
Page 26.
They're going to be
bottom.
impressed after the first rehearsal.
Now,
Fear of their life that they're gonna have to do the dialogue.
the next line, yes, indeed, is the shiniest one. I don't know whether we're going to have a shiny key.
Well, it is if you tell the prop man.
That'll be fine. We can paint it, you can paint a different color. I mean, make it shiny. Make it silver,
We're
the
gonna
rest of
have
it
a
all dark.
shiny key?
You can do that.
I mean,
All right.
is the audience going to be able to see the shiniest key?
Well, he's gonna put neon lights in it.
Well, it isn't so much, at
That's
least.
what we want, sparkling.
Bring
That's-
Jose back.
That's
Yeah.
that's not important. The important thing is that the audience knows that Figaro knows which one to pick it out. That they don't have to be able to spot it out.
Why doesn't she say it's the newest one? instead of the shiniest
Is
one.
it Mike, that newest one might be different
Shiniest
shades?
sounds
It
like the
might be
newest, and
purple,
shiniest is a better word than newest.
I like shiniest, because
Yeah.
it's sort of an interesting, bright word.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more distinct.
These guys.
You'll be able
Well,
to hear it.
this is
The
important.
wordsmiths.
Wish you could
Well-
say it's the square one,
You don't think Verdi sat over
crooked
trying to
one?
figure out?
The oval one.
the bent one.
Maybe it's the sack butt key. That's what you should see.
Sack
Yes,
butt.
indeed, it's the sack butt key.
Okay,
Let's milk that
page-
one for whatever we can get out of it.
Yeah,
page 31.
Okay. Aria?
when Basilio comes back.
Well, sometime, il cante,
It's got to ask where's your sack butt?
Moi?
Or how's your sack butt?
It's always like that. Well, sometimes it's always.
Oh, that's a clever line.
You like that?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. See,
all right.
because
I withdraw my.
he says,
I understand.
sometimes,
It's
it's
always.
always.
I got it.
Because we discussed that. That was a half hour.
I don't want to even.
Where are we?
Don't even think about it.
I think we're getting near the
But-
end.
But
Don't you
yes.
remember we spent a half hour on those two? words?
Okay, now the next to the last speech.
Sometimes it's always like
Like
that.
that. I like that. The next to last speech, Bartolo.
Aria.
And after
Before
the
the
very
finale.
last, for di si felice. And I, stupid fool that I am, assured to marriage? I didn't like assured.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what
Guaranteed the
heck.
marriage?
I didn't know how to say it, but I didn't like assured. That was confusing. Assured? You insured the marriage? What?
Assured.
I know, but the audience is gonna go,
Oh,
what
okay.
do they mean by assured? Guaranteed is better, but I don't like that even.
That's more of a trans.
Well, you could
sure,
change
it's
the
more of
whole
a
thing
translation.
and say made sure something.
I didn't like it seemed awkward.
Come on, Michael.
I'm trying.
I
He's
know,
thinking.
stupid fool.
I didn't like assured. I didn't think the
Oh,
audience would understand that.
And I, stupid fool that I am.
Guaranteed.
Sure.
I like
Use the word
guaranteed.
guaranteed, but I'm not
That's
sure.
that has a wrong connotation to
Yeah.
it. So there's that somehow I didn't like that. I didn't think the audience would understand it, and I didn't really. Thought it was weird. That stumped everybody. Good.
The only other
Would
thing
you
is
say
to do what
made the marriage
Richard
happen
says.
by?
And I, stupid fool that I am, did everything to make the marriage take place by,
Did everything to. I like that.
To commit this.
What's wrong
marriage.
with made sure? It's shorter. No? Made sure. Can you hear that?
You made the sure, you just made the marriage happen.
nah,
Made the marriage.
that's too much alliteration in there.
Made sure they were married. Made
I
sure.
thought alliteration was
something.
good.
That's still somehow that's confusing. It's not clear.
It's not.
Did everything
To make,
to make
uh,
to cause the marriage by taking away the ladder from the balcony.
did everything
I stupid fool
to,
that I am.
did everything to assure marriage.
You need
You're
another
still
sheet
back
of
to there.
paper. Nice woman I am.
To make the marriage? Did everything to make the marriage.
Helped.
No,
No.
no, he did it all, believe me.
To help make the marriage. And I, stupid fool that I am, did everything to help make the marriage by taking.
Take place.
To help make the marriage.
No.
I find it too long.
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't like assured.
Okay.
No, it's defined one
Why don't we
word
just say
One word
guaranteed?
synonym.
for now.
Okay, guaranteed, for now.
And if you want to